Major story here. Dangote Refinery petrol hits market July. Federal government to save 7 trillion naira. Are the riders here? Plant projects export to 53 African countries and to toxic fuel supplies, according to Dangote. Buhari says refinery game changer. Emefiele projects 12,000 megawatts power. I get this story on page 25. All of this happened yesterday.
Dangote has taken over.
July. So we're expecting.
Yesterday, I mean, we're talking here. Smart and I said the refinery never ready.
Yeah, he said till next year. Yes. But this is
refinery that the commission that did not bring fuel. It's not very ready. It will be ready, but it's not very ready. I think this was just a risk to commission it. President Buhari wanted to be able to take the glory for this one. Put his name on the plaque and said this project, $18 billion in a piece of land almost 4 times the size of Victoria Island, 2,635 hectares of land on the 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐲 coast was commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari, even though it belongs to Dangote. I think that was the essence of yesterday. Not necessarily ready. Experts are even saying that it doesn't pump up petrol until sometime in 2024. Mr. Dangote said the first set of products, whatever products that will be, might not be petrol, might not be diesel, might be or some other issue in the value chain, in the petrol value chain, there are other things, and the first set of products will come out by the end of July, early in August, So yesterday was just a ceremony to say that we're getting ready to pump. We're not pumping yet, But I think if you look beyond that, the ceremony for yesterday tells us how important this refinery is for Nigeria, which the Dangote Group paid us some money so that I can do more hype for him. They didn't pay us any money, so to hype it is hard for me this morning. But it's a game changer. I'm not denying that. It's a game changer. The fact that this is Africa's biggest single trunk refinery, 650,000 barrels per day. It enters the first 6 in the world. The biggest refinery in the world is one in India, Jamanga in India, 1.24 million barrels production a day. And then they have one in Paraguay, I think the second. They have Ulsan, another one in South. In fact, the first 5, South Korea has about 3. South Korea has about 3 top refinery, mass refineries, and the Americans have a few. Dangote has entered about 6th or 7th. That's the truth. Number 1 in Africa. So it was a big project, a very gigantic project as far as projects go. And yesterday, if you listen to Mr. Emefiele, the CBN governor, he gave quite a breakdown as per how they funded this project. At some point, Dangote himself said he was tired. The funding was heavy,
yes.
So he had to borrow. Domestic borrowing alone was over $9 billion, But the CBN said he has drawn it down to about $2 billion now. That means he's paying, he's servicing his loans, And this refinery looks like the one that would attract other investments, this kind of investments around the continent, especially in Nigeria, because there have been licenses, about 16 licenses were issued by the Buhari government for refineries. Most of the people who enter this business are doing modular, small refineries. Dangote is the one that went for a multi-stream refinery like this. There will be others to come in the days to come, but it helps and saves Nigeria. CBN governor said in the next 5 years, he was looking at, in the next 5 years, this project is likely to save the government about 35 trillion, in fiscal transactions that usually, go out, So it's a good project for Nigeria. We hope they see it through, and that we hope that others are also come on board. Because indeed, what a big country, what giant of Africa, imports every liter of petrol. So that's about to change. It's good news at the end of the day. That's why, even though Mr. Dangote did not give us some dollars to do his announcement for him, we just have to announce it.
Now we saw the African presidents, also talk about this.
Yeah. I was quite excited about the president of Niger, Mahmoud Bazoum. When he wanted to speak, he said his English is not good. So he spoke in Hausa. He spoke to the audience in Hausa. The president of Chad, Idris Itno Deby, did not come. He sent his brother. Rwanda also sent a representative. The others were there. The president of Ghana, Nana Akufo, a friend. That one is like President Buhari's son. He's always around. He even followed President Buhari to the fleet review. And then the president of Togo, Faure Gnassingbé, interesting guy, suave like that. He was around as well. And then everybody else. Everybody else. All the governors, almost all the. I was looking for the governor that was not there. You know, all the Bukola Saraki, former Senate President, Peter Obi,
Yes,
the
he was
Labour
there.
Party presidential candidate was there.
Adeleke with his elder brother.
With his elder brother, the Adeleke said
Yes.
it now became a colorful event. We're looking for red carpet.
Yeah. And I was wondering, because Peter Obi, are you not supposed to be in court? But
He said he had a personal invitation from Dangote.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why Peter Obi loves court. I'm surprised that he left court yesterday to come to Lagos. He probably went back to court yesterday. You know, so it was an interesting development. That's why also we're looking for the red carpet yesterday, because I mean the captains of industry, the diplomatic corps, they were quite heavily represented, and the international banking institutions. So those are money there. So they also came to see. You know, at the end of the day, it was Dangote's moment in the sun. You know, and I think he enjoyed the glory yesterday as an international businessman, one of the best in Nigeria. This was his time to also say, for my country, I have done an investment that I think is big enough to rally my country. 100,000 jobs, direct and indirect jobs. I mean, that's a good one, you know. For people to employ people in that large scale, you know, I think is an important development. And for politicians too, they gathered, you know, and everybody was trying to make the moment. Governor Babajide Sanwolu said yesterday that Dangote came to Lagos with nothing. I'm not sure if Dangote family will be happy with that, because that's probably not correct. If we know Dangote very well, Dangote is the grandson of Alhaji Al-Hassan Dan Tata, the richest man in Kano in the 1950s. You know, his mother married a Dan Tata, so he was Dan Tata on his mother's side. You know, the story was that his uncle, one of the Dan Tata, settled him in 1977 when he gave him 500,000 naira to go and start off. You know, and that was how Mr. Dangote has become the richest man in Africa.
Wow.
You know, I think maybe that was where Governor Sanwo-Olu wanted to draw from. You know, when he said he came to Lagos with nothing. Eyes rolled. But everybody was making the moment. Even Bola Tinubu, that was not there, he was absent. I think he wanted the people to take the glory. He doesn't want to share. You know, he was the one who started the project site, the Lekki Free Zone, where that place is, in 2006. He gave that approval, went to China, brought the Chinese to build that. Governor Fashola was the one who introduced Dangote to the Lekki community and said to them, this is the man that will change your area. You know, because a piece of land in that place before, if you give them 1,500, they'll give you.
No.
You know, go now. If you have a piece of land on the Lekki corridor, you know that, I mean, that's a lot of investment for you. You know, and then Governor Ambody consolidated. You know, and Babajide Sanwolu also, of course, in his tenure, the place has now picked up. So everybody wanted a piece of the glory yesterday, and they got it.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.